Yo, what's up, guys? I'm here with my Smogon Premier League Week 4 match versus Malefic. If you guys didn't know, I'm actually at Apex. I'm currently in my boy Duncan's room because my room is my room is packed. Yeah, my room is packed. It is loud, and the other room that we also have is also extremely loud. So shout outs to Duncan for letting me use his room to narrate this. I kind of felt like narrating, so that's why. And even though he doesn't know it, I took his mic, I took his headset, and I put it on. So shout outs to my boy Duncan. Anyway, this is versus Malefic. I'm using, of course, offense, or I guess bulky offense, because I love this style of play in Ubers. And let's get right into the match. So my opponent's going to lean off with his Landers T, so I'm leaning off my Rayquaza. Now, my Rayquaza, whatever, I'm going to go back and forth between how I pronounce them. It's actually a focus sash lead one, and I have Surf on it because Surf with Airlock lets me hit Primal Groudon for a 4-time super effective Surf. So I figured I'd just go for it on the Landers T as well, trying to weaken it, as he does end up outspeeding me, leading to believe that he is either Choice Scarf or max speed with possibly Earthquake, Earth Plate, or could even be Choice Band. I did not calc. But he ends up going out to his Arceus Ghost because I do have a Darkrai. I actually decided to stay in Double Surf just in case he wanted to predict the switch out into my Darkrai and go back out into like a land or something if it was Scarf or not. But end up bringing out my Darkrai on the next Judgment, and I'm actually going to go for Nasty Plot, predicting him to bring out his Ho-Oh. And the reason I did this is because I'm running Nasty Plot Life Orb Thunder. Thunder at +2 easily OHKOs 248, 52 Spadef, Bandit Ho-Oh, which is the standard spread of, running near max HP and 52 Spadef. It lets you take Geomancy Xerneas' Thunder from full. But this Life of Thunder can easily OHKO this Ho-Oh. Unfortunately, though, knowing my luck, I do miss the Thunder as he is able to knock me out with the Brave Bird. So that's really, really unfortunate. I do have Stone Edge on my Rayquaza, but I don't want to bring it in and just like scream that I have it. So I'm going to go out to my Groudon because what I can do is force him out with the possibility of a Stone Edge and actually go for my Stealth Rocks as he ends up going out into his Latios. And now I'm going to switch out into my Klefki as he is just going to go right for the safe defog. So because it's more likely that he'll double into either Groudon, Landers, or Ho-Oh, more than likely Ho-Oh because it has more offensive pressure versus my team, I decided to actually pull a double out into my Rayquaza, and now I'm going to reveal that I do have Stone Edge. He did not see that coming, and Ho-Oh goes down. I would have really loved to hit Thunder though with Darkrai, because Darkrai would have been amazing versus the rest of his team as I outspent the entirety of it, unless this was of course Scarflando. I still haven't done the calcs because I was at Apex, so I'm trying to play this while there's people in the room screaming, yelling, yo, hurry up Joey, hurry up, let's go to the venue, even though I got shut down, condemned. But shout outs to my friends, man, for pestering me. Nah, I'm just kidding. But yeah, so I am gonna switch out my Rayquaza into my Klefki just in case he wanted to go for the recover right there. I didn't really care what he wanted to go for. I just wanted to bring out Klefki because if I do end up getting off this Toxic on him, which he does let me do, that allows my E-Killer to basically have an easier time versus his team, since I'm planning on sweeping with E-Killer. So I'm going to switch out into my Groudon, knowing that if he does recover, okay, I get it in for free, and also I can take his Judgments and I can proceed to go for Lava Plume. I decided not to go for my Stealth Rocks just because he could easily defog them away, and if he wanted to try and bring in his Landers T on like a Precipice Blaze or an Earthquake, that would have been fine. I would have gotten off a hell of a lot, as now he's going to go out to his Latios. Because I need the majority of my team more than I need my Klefki, I'm actually going to sack my Groudon to his Latios. He also had a chance at not knocking me out, so had I lived, I would have been able to get off T-Wave. But I decided to go out to my Klefki right now. Now, predicting him to want to go out to his Landers T or his Groudon, I am going to go for Toxic as opposed to T-Wave, which is why he switched out. And actually predicting him to go for U-Turn, because if he is Choice Locked, which I'm thinking he is, and he goes for Earthquake, I get a free DD with my Ments, and I can put in work versus his team. So that's why I'm actually going to stay in right here and go for my Spike, predicting him to want to U-turn out, because like I said, if he went for Earthquake, I could easily DD. I also had Rayquaza and Ments, so it was there was no way he was going for Earthquake right there if he wasn't, because, he didn't want me to set up. But goes up to Groudon right now. I'm actually going to bring out my Rayquaza because if he goes for Stealth Rocks, I get it in before. If he goes for Stone Edge, that's completely fine. Good play on his part, though, predicting my Rayquaza, as now I can just go right out into my Salamence, and I don't want to DD up just yet. I just want to go right for the Earthquake, as I can weaken this Groudon. I didn't know if he had Roar or not. He actually goes for Toxic and misses. A bit of justice right there for the Thunder, though having Darkrai would have played a lot. It would have made this match even it would have made this match easier for me. Not that it was easy right now. I'm thinking about my plays. But yeah, just gonna go for the DD as he ends up hitting me with Stone Edge, doing absolutely nothing as I can knock him out with the double edge in return. And now he's gonna bring out his Lander's T. I decided just to go for the double edge because it was safe. It would do a hell of a lot to this Lander's T. It actually could knock it out if it wasn't running very many HP investments at neutral, as he ends up bringing out Klefki, and I decided just to go right for Earthquake right here as I could bring knock out Klefki. I actually double that, sorry, just in case he wants to double right back out into Lander's T to get off another Intimidate. But though it wouldn't have helped him at all because I would have needed to outspeed it. So I went for double edge as I later knocked him out, as he actually ended up going for a Spike, which is a pretty good play because it means that my Klefki would go down to a side shock. He decides to double though into his Lander's T, predicting my Klefki right there, or even predicting me to want to go for double edge on the Latios. I decided to actually sack my Klefki because if he went for side shock, I get off a free SD with my Arceus and I could sweep his team from there. So it was a good play that he made doubling, as I'm just going to keep him my Klefki, that way he takes a bit of poison damage. And now I'm going to go out to Salamence, and this is probably where calcing the U-turn damage on my Rayquaza would have possibly helped me right here, because I could have just went for Roost if he was like Choice Scarf or not. I don't know if he's Earthplay or Banded. The reason being is if he's Earthplay and I Roost, he can knock me out with Earthquake. I am Jolly max speed, so I do outspeed his Latios, and I can OHKO it with double edge from full. But yeah, I decided that I could just go right for double edge right here. If he switches out to Latios, so be it. I am able to knock it out as my Salamence is going to go down, and I'm down to my last, which is my E-Killer. Now, this is the part where you really should not be playing where there are people in the room. You should not be playing when you haven't slept because of these people in the room, and you definitely should not be playing when it's in the morning. So I decide, okay, SD is by far my best play because at +1 E-Speed would knock him out after poison damage 100%. I'm adamant, and yeah. But SD and Extreme Speed both look the same, as well as me being distracted, so I click Extreme Speed. The thing is, it didn't really matter because if I got a decent roll on the next one, I would be able to knock it out after poison damage anyway. But he ended up going for Boom, which fails to knock out my Arceus, and I am going to take the victory. So yeah, good game, Malefic. Guys, hope you all enjoyed. If you are at Apex, you know, hoping to see you if I do end up traveling to the new place, since this one got condemned. I'm not in that crappy hotel anyway. I'm in a nice hotel, man. This is banging. No? Anyway, guys, yeah, that's it. Hope you guys all enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. Feel free to subscribe if you want. And until next time, later. Oh, also, I might be doing the face cam IRL Pokemon Showdown Live with PK. Not sure yet, though. But, yeah, bye.